like you lost another one.
What's up, guys? Keyshawn Uchiha here, and this is going to be part 2 of What If Naruto was Sans from Undertale. Now, there's going to be changes, and I've also been reading the comics and watching the comics of which I was saying, and y'all wanted a part 2, so here this part 2 is. And this is going to be the second video. You're not getting a third video, sorry, but a lot of stuff is happening, but I will try to make another video tomorrow. Maybe 2, maybe 3, possibly, maybe not, maybe so. You guessed it. But this is gonna be what if Naruto had pretty much Sans abilities and also his a little bit of his personality and stuff. Now we're gonna change the blasters that Sans have. Naruto's gonna have the Nine Tails blaster. It's gonna be the Nine Tails mouth, pretty much opening up and blasting laser beams. You could say the QB power fused in with blasters. And also, the bones attacks is going to be more like claws, but the bones is going to be like rods, more like QB rods. He can summon from the ground, and it can pierce and pretty much damage users. And his telekinesis is still going to be the same. Teleporting, yeah, but the whole judgment and all that, and can tell who's lying and not lying. Naruto still has that, and his still get up of his outfit's going to be still the same, but he's just going to have a hoodie attached to it where he can put on. Dead serious. Now, let's get on to the story. Where we last left off, pretty much Naruto and Hinata and Sasuke was pretty much doing the test, and pretty much passed by using teamwork. And Kakashi pretty much explained to him about the whole, speech, and told him about doing the missions, get ready for the missions tomorrow. Now, we start off with Naruto pretty much walking to Kakashi location where he can, start doing the missions and stuff. But before that, he pretty much teleported to Hinata, which she's at the Hyuga compound, pretty much getting, let's say, scolded by Neji, saying she would never get strong and stuff, which Naruto appear right beside Hinata saying, "Yo," which Hinata freaks out and Neji gets a little snarl, but he gives the little and just says whatever and walks away. This is where Naruto looks at Hinata and asks if she's alright, smiling at her, giving her a grin. A pretty grin. And, she said, yeah, she's doing alright, looking down, which Naruto says, if I was you, you pretty much should fight him back and get stronger. Which Hinata says, I don't know if I can get strong. Which Naruto laughs and says, "Trust me. You think I'm weak? I'm pretty strong." Showing off kind of muscles. Which Hinata laughs at the corny joke, and he pretty much says, "Well, don't worry about him. I hope you get stronger." And pretty much grabs Hinata's hand, which she blushes, and he teleports away with her to pretty much to Kakashi, which Sasuke is already there waiting for them. Now, they pretty much do B missions and all that. Well, no, not B missions, C missions. C? Yeah, pretty much C or D missions and stuff. And Naruto pretty much doesn't care about the missions because he pretty much is getting them done. But Sasuke gets fed up with them, and Hinata is kind of with Sasuke getting fed up with doing these missions. Now, Hinata and Sasuke pretty much berate Kakashi about, doing the higher mission because these low missions are beneath them. So, Kakashi pretty much asks the Hokage, which Hokage pretty much says, looking at them, pretty much, saying no, which just where Naruto, opens up his one eye, and it's the glowing eye. And he says, listen, Hiruzen, I already know a lot about you, but I think you should really give my team a shot here. they have the potential, and trust me, they have me, and I can pretty much protect them if anything gets out of hand. Which Hiruzen gets a little sweat, feels the sins crawling on his back. You should have the dialogue be like, let me do the dialogue. He feels the sins crawling on his back. Pretty much, Hiruzen feels his sins crawling on his back, and he says, "All right, all right." And he pretty much says gives him the B mission, and it's called the protect the Tazna, bridge, and or was it a C? I think it was a C, but it became a B. But pretty much a C mission, pretty much to protect the Tazna bridge, which Naruto says, "All right, that's good enough." Which Sasuke and Hinata is happy that they got a higher mission. Now, Tazna comes in and he looks at the team, which he's pretty much talking shit, saying, "Oh, these kids, how they gonna protect me?" Which Naruto gives a little laugh and says, "Ha, how this old man? How we supposed to protect this old man if he's not youthful?" Which Hinata laughs, and Sasuke gives a little laugh at that terrible joke. Which Kakashi gives a little bit of smirkle, but says, "Naruto, now," which Tazna gets mad. But he says, "Oh," but he says, "All right," and he just leaves. Which everybody gets ready and they head out. Now they're leaving pretty much. Naruto pretty much giving Hinata, packing pretty much a book bag, or you could say a book bag, and pretty much telling Sasuke Hinata to hold it. Which Sasuke is asking what's in this bag. It feels heavy. He says, "Oh, those are weights. I'm gonna train y'all with your physical speed, but also I'm gonna train y'all with your chakra and stuff." Which I already know. Which Sasuke Hinata says, "All right," because they're not going to apply. Sasuke wants to get stronger of his own way, and Hinata wants to get strong to, prove Neji wrong and to prove her strength. Whew. Hold on. Gonna need my little breath for this, but let's continue the story. Now, they're pretty much walking in. Naruto can sense something's not right, because why is there a puddle on the ground if it haven't rained for a couple months? Now, Naruto pretty much talk to Hinata, and Sasuke says, "Lesson 1, what is odd around here?" Now, Sasuke is pretty much saying there's a puddle here, which it haven't rained. And Hinata's saying there's 2 guys in the water using her Byakugan. Which Naruto says, correct. Now, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna handle this? Now, Sasuke says, well, we just fall for the trap and we just quickly counter him. Naruto says, alright, well, let's see how that happened. Now, this is where they pretty much go for the trap, and they're pretty much running to try to stab Kakashi. This is where Sasuke quickly goes in and, shoots a fireball at one of them, burning one of them to death. Burning one of them, knocking it out, and this is where Hinata comes in and, hit the chakra points and pretty much nails him down. Which Kakashi praises both of them and tells Naruto to do some work next time. Which Naruto pretty much laughs and says, I did do some work. I was helping them learn their surroundings. Which Kakashi pretty much gives a sigh. Now, they head off and pretty much go into the forest, and this is where, you guessed it, the whole fight with the Zabuza happened. Now, Kakashi senses, a presence, which Naruto can sense like 2 beings, but he's not going to say anything. And this is where, a sword appeared. Kakashi says everybody gets down. Oh. Yeah, this is where Kakashi says everybody gets down, and everybody gets down. It's time for Naruto. He pretty much just dodges it. Teleports. And this is where Zabuza pretty much says, wow, I can't believe you dodged it, kid. And he says, how did you dodge that? Now, this is where Naruto is pretty much chill. Says, doing a lot of training, all that and disappearing and all that. And he said, and this is where Naruto says, "I'm just gonna lay down. My teacher's gonna fight you. I know. I can feel his intent and wants to defeat you." Now this is where Kakashi says, "You got that right, Naruto." And he says, "Everybody step back. I got this. Protect Hazuna." Now you see the whole fight happen until Kakashi gets trapped and Naruto gets up from laying down from ground and just pats himself and says, "Ah, look like you got caught. All right, let's go, team." And Naruto says, protect Hazuna. I don't know about this other being, but there's another person around here. Another person here. Protect Hazuna while me and Sasuke get Kakashi out of that predicament." Now, this is where Zabuza is pretty much saying, "What are y'all kids going to do?" Pretty much laughing his ass off. This is where Naruto pretty much says, "Alright, Sasuke, you ready?" And this is where Sasuke says, "Yeah." And Naruto runs in, pretty much going reckless, but this is a part of the plan. Naruto runs in, pretty much about to throw a fish. This is where Zabuza swings in, pretty much thinks he slashed Naruto in half, but that was just a clone. The real Naruto is pretty much right behind Zabuza, pretty much saying, "Now Sasuke, throw your weapons," which Sasuke throws the big blade, which Zabuza ducks his head and dodges, which Naruto uses his telekinesis to pretty much grab the sword and, well, you could say the shuriken, and redirect it around, forming a real, redirecting it, throwing it at Zabuza back, which a direct hit hitting Zabuza in the back. This time, not him dodging and letting go, but him getting hit in the back, which he had to let go to get it out his back, and Kakashi's free. Now, this is where Kakashi says, "I got this," and for this time, with Kakashi do the Sharingan and does the whole fight, he does a little bit more better due to Zabuza getting injured. Now, Zabuza, gets hit by the needles and pretty much everybody thinks he's dead, which Naruto knows he's not dead because he knows that that person who was hiding behind the tree was his team member. So he's like saying, "Oh no, he's dead. I should grab him some flowers," pretty much teleporting and making fake tears and just saying, "I didn't know you. I knew you was trying to kill us, but we could have been great. We could have been great friends." And, doing all that, and she says, "I must take the body now and go." Pretty much going, which Naruto this says, "That was tiring. I'm gonna go to sleep now." Which Hinata says, "Now we should really get to his house." Which Taza says, "Yeah, kid, you can rest there." Which they go there, and Naruto goes on the bed and falls asleep for a couple of seconds. Now, pretty much Naruto wakes up a couple of seconds later. He's like, "Alright, time to train, y'all." Which Naruto makes him put on the weights. Now, Hinata and Sasuke is pretty much putting on the weights, boosting, you could say their strength and stamina and all that. And they're also doing the chakra wall by Naruto. Naruto's teaching them instead of Kakashi. Kakashi's resting. And Naruto's pretty much teaching them how to water walk and wall walk. And they gets it in the second try. Not the third try, but second try. By Naruto's teaching. Now, Naruto tell them to get a rest. To take their breaks and take off the weights. Which they take off the weights and they're exhausted and they go take a rest. Naruto goes to a tree to pretty much go to sleep so he doesn't get bothered. And this is where Haku comes in. And if you're asking, is Haku a boy? Yeah, my guy. He's a boy. Alright? And this is not gonna be no BL, alright? He's just a boy and they're gonna be friends, alright? Maybe a later time. No, let me stop. I don't know. If I run out of ideas, I might have to go with some gay what ifs. All depends. If I'm running out of ideas, but I'm not running out of ideas, so don't worry about it, my guys. I'm not gonna make my what if channel into gay what ifs, alright? Of my protagonists being heroes, but also gay, alright? It won't happen, alright? Don't worry about it. Let me stop. But let's continue. Naruto's pretty much resting by the tree, and Haku's pretty much, you know, talking to Naruto, doing the speech and stuff. Like, are you willing to protect the ones you love? And Naruto pretty much is like, have his, like, pretty much resting and saying, like he said, like he's relaxing and saying, it's a beautiful day outside, and it's like it's quite beautiful, and it's relaxing. And you giving me a speech about dying for the ones you love and stuff? Huh. My loved ones and I won't die because I have faith with my loved ones being strong enough to defend themselves. But if they don't, I'll be that will, be their sword and shield to defend them. Having the glowing eyes showing, which Haku, feels a menacing presence, feels her sins crawling on her back, you could say. Well, not her, sorry. He, feeling his sins crawl on his back, which Naruto can do that. Now, Haku pretty much leaves and, shaking. He's shaking, in his boots a little bit, and the stink in the boot, but let me stop. But pretty much go to Zabuza, pretty much a little bit shaking as he's patching up Zabuza. Zabuza saying, "Why are you shaking?" Which Haku says it's nothing. Now, they're pretty much getting ready. Now, this is where the bridge is pretty much at. Now, Naruto is pretty much just chilling, and Sasuke is pretty much going after Haku and doing a fight with Haku, which Haku does form his mirrors, which Zabuza is pretty much fighting with Kakashi. Kakashi tells Naruto go support Sasuke, which Naruto does. Okay, and pretty much teleports there and teleport in the ice mirrors. Now Kakashi tells Hinata to to protect Zabuza from anything else, which Hinata says okay, and pretty much be in the back support. But she's also forming a rotation just in case if anything happens. Now Naruto is pretty much in the ice mirror saying, "Whew, this is a quite unique Kinky Kenkai," which Sasuke is shocked that he knows that this is the Kinky Kenkai, which Naruto is saying, yeah, this is ice mirrors. Well, ice Kinky Kenkai, which you can do many things with it, but he pretty much forms ice mirrors to pretty much throw things at us, I'm guessing. Which Naruto says. This is where, Haku throws the simple news and they're dodging. Naruto is pretty much dodging it with ease and not worrying about it. And we're luckily pretty much just grabbing Haku with telekinesis and throwing her in the mirrors. And well, I keep thinking about her, but he pretty much is trying to figure out like how he keeps doing that. This is where Haku, aims at Sasuke, which Naruto jumps away, but Sasuke reluctantly sacrifices himself and gets hit by the needles. Now, Naruto pretty much realized that his karma is hurt, and he pretty much forms the pretty much red eyes, and both his eyes is glowing. And he pretty much says, people like you should be burning in hell. Pretty much breaks the mirror, pretty much breaks all the mirrors with his telekinesis, or you should say his blasters. No, with his like, we're gonna say sword, not hands. Yes, with his hands, pretty much with his hands, his Nine Tails hands, and he's pretty much summoning them to crush all the mirrors. And this is where Haku hops out and saying, "This power," and Naruto forms a one tail, and he's in control. I know, right? Like, but he been training with Danzo, and Danzo been training him to control the Biju and to tap into some of the power. But Naruto been training with the Biju, so his Biju training thing is up to about a C, not B. It's not an A tier, but it's B. And he pretty much yeah, it's pretty much that. Now Haku pretty much is trying to figure out what is his power, which Sasuke is not dead, but he's unconscious. This is where, you know, Naruto uses telekinesis, bring Haku to him, and he pretty much gut punches Haku, making him cough up blood, sending him flying again, and telekinesis bringing him back. And this time he summoned some claws, or you could say some claws or nails, to pretty much form the ground. And Haku just barely dodging it, but gets cut by the leg, pretty much injured by the leg. And Naruto pretty much slams Haku down with telekinesis, lifts him up in the air, and forming a pretty much a nine tails wall that pretty much up top, which cuts Haku, or you could say stabs Haku in the side of his shoulder, and he pretty much slams him down again on the ground, and he's slamming him left, right, up and down, and he brings Haku again forward with telekinesis and punches him in the face, pretty much breaking the mask, showing his true identity, realizing that it's the same person that talked to him. He calms himself down, saying, "So it was you. So you working with him?" Which Haku is coughing up blood, saying, "Yeah." Now this is where Kakashi throws the pretty much like the thing is charging at Danzo. This is where Naruto pretty much grabs Zabuza and Haku and slammed them both together, which Kakashi just barely almost hitting Zabuza. But this is where Naruto have them together and they're both injured, can't move because Naruto's holding them. And he's saying, "Kakashi, we don't need to kill them. I think we can have them to work for the Leaf Village." Which Zabuza is trying to disagree, but Naruto's pretty much crushing his whole rib cage and saying, "Would you join us?" Which Zabuza says yes without choice, and Haku saying yes. Now this is where the henchman comes in and all of them, and Naruto says, "I got this," and pretty much form all the blasters and pretty much blast them all those henchmen into pieces, and obliterate them, just destroyed all of them, and it being named out the Great Naruto Bridge. Now Naruto's pretty much picking up Sasuke and acting he's alright, which Sasuke says yeah, just saying he did like pretty much saying that, thanking him for saving his life, which Naruto says is no problem. Now they're pretty much heading back, which Naruto's pretty much floating, but is sleeping at the same time, just floating and sleeping. Because we're gonna say he has a floating ability, which saying you always sleep while we're doing things, or we're just walking and stuff. He says, "Yeah, I need all my energy for the perfect time." Now Hinata laughs and Sasuke laughs and Kakashi laughs while they're heading back. Now that is part 2 of What If Naruto Was Sans, part 2. If you like it, leave a comment. If you didn't like it, tell me why. But also, for that one person who keep giving me that one dislike, I'm going to find you. I'm going to make you a pie, okay? And tell you to stop doing that, because that's hurt my feelings. But I'm joking. That didn't hurt my feelings. That makes me get stronger. But thanks for, being the hater. Because, we need the haters and the supporters. And you're part of the team. Gotta need that one hater, alright? But thanks, hater. You're my guy. And thanks for the supporters for supporting me. But I'm Keisha Chia. Thanks for watching and peace out.